Somebody needs to check their voicemail, right?
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 813-8058.
On to the next.
You have reached the voicemail box of
Hi, Andrea.
No.
Oh, I was trying to reach Andrea or Ryan. This is Jeremy with Frank Albert's Realty. Do I have the wrong number? Oh, they may have hung up, or maybe we got disconnected. Let's give them a call back and find out.
Please leave your message for Jessica Mohan.
Okay, so that was the wrong number, and move on to the next. That was actually probably their daughter because it was the same last name, but we don't want to talk to kids anyways, so we'll just move to the next. So once again, guys, we're doing circle prospecting. These are just listed calls. One of the appointments I set yesterday, we were able to get the listing this morning. And so now I'm doing post-listing agreement prospecting and doing just listed calls in that neighborhood to see if anybody else needs to sell as well. Full circle, guys. Cool.
This is Andrea. Sorry I missed your call, but I'll return it as soon as I can. Bye.
That's Andrea. Hey, Andrea, this is Jeremy with Frank Albert's Realty. Just had a quick question about 5911 Tulip Flower. When you get this, if you can give me a call back, 586-3428. Again, that's 586-3428. Thanks. Talk to you soon. All right. So at least we know we have the correct number. And then let's move on to the next. Maybe it's Ryan, her husband. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, I'm going to put a link to our group that we have. It's a group on Facebook for folks that do prospecting and cold calling to be able to share ideas, best practices, things like that. So feel welcome to go ahead and group. And I'm going to put a link to our YouTube stream in Facebook so that way you guys have that there as well. If you want to come check us out on YouTube and give me a subscribe, that'd be much appreciated. It may not mean a lot to you guys, but it means the world to me. Just like if you like and thumbs up this on YouTube or Facebook, it means a lot to me. All right, on to the next. All right, on to the next. And if you guys aren't familiar with what circle prospecting is, basically we call around a listing, either active listing, coming soon listing, or just sold listing. And we call around the neighborhood to see if anybody needs any help as well. Fax machine. Can't transmit a fax, so on to the next.
Hello. Thank you so much for your call. Please leave me a detailed message
get back to you as soon as possible. Have a great day.
At the tone, please record your voice.
On to the next. Got a call back. That's why we use Google Voice, because when somebody calls back, it will get tracked, and then I can create a list from those callbacks to follow up with later. So this neighborhood right now, values are anywhere between 275 and 350. The listing that we're going to be listing here the next couple of days is going to go active at 300,000. So on the listing side, an average commission is about $9,000 for the teams that I work with. So
Hi, sorry I can't answer my phone right now.
and Frank Albertotti, the team that I'm calling for right now, they do over 100 transactions every year. So they're a very active brokerage in their market.
Hi, you've reached Dr. Hammond. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. Otherwise, please leave your name.
Well, not an emergency. And I am looking at the quality of the video, and unfortunately, the internet speed here is just not quite fast enough for streaming. We're doing live streams for my training and consulting. So that's something I'm gonna need to talk to them about to see if there's any other options. All right, give me 1 second here, guys. Thinking about switching up the target. Let's go ahead and start calling some for sale by owners and some expires. So I'm just going to go ahead and restart the dialer and just put in a new target. Call it. Okay, let me load up this list here and then we'll get rocking and rolling. It's about 3:48, 6:48 out there. Legally, I can call up until 8 o'clock, but I usually cut it off around 7:30, 7:45. Okay, let me load these up. We have 124 contacts to go ahead and call. So that should keep us busy for the next hour or so, at least. Okay, here we go. Got the dial-in number. It's really easy to use these dialer platforms once you get the hang of it. Just a matter of setting things up and getting everything set up. And so I probably make anywhere from 500 to 1,000 dials every single day. Don't talk to that many people, but it takes a lot of dials to be able to have enough real estate conversations, to be able to create leads to nurture, and to be able to set appointments. And so it all starts with dials.
Click the start button on your screen.
All
Your
right,
dial.
here we go. This is our for sale by owners.
Hello?
Hi, I was calling for Philip or Renata.
Hello? This is Phil.
Hey, Phil, Jeremy with Frank Albert Realty.
I'm sorry, it's what?
It's Jeremy with Frank Albert Realty.
Yes.
Calling about your property on Kingbird. Did you get it sold yet?
No?
I was calling to see if you were working with buyer's agents, if we brought you a buyer.
I'm a realtor.
Awesome. So are you planning on listing it yourself?
I hope so.
Good luck on getting it sold. So he was a realtor. I was talking a little bit slow because I wanted to make sure you can understand me. I didn't want to talk over him because I kind of saw the conversation started. So I'm just going to move on to the next. I was kind of having fun with him if you couldn't tell. All right, let's call the next one. Sometimes you got to be able to have fun, guys, and make yourself smile. So that's all I was doing with old Phil there. On to the next. Again, these are for sale by owners. This one I'm calling on was listed on the 2nd, so it's been online for a couple of days. $525,000. That's what they have it listed for. If you guys have any questions or comments or just want to say hello, please use the chat box or the comments on Facebook.
Hello?
Hi, Christina.
Yes?
This is Jeremy Marquez calling you about your property on Carrollton Place. Did you get it sold or is it still available?
No, it's still available.
Looks like you're doing it for sale by owner.
Yes.
Okay, and is it a mobile home? I couldn't see here.
Yeah, it's a mobile home. It's in bad shape.
It's in bad shape.
To fix or replace.
Do you own the land or do you rent the space?
No, I own it.
You own it? Okay. Are you working with realtors that bring you a buyer?
No.
No? Okay. And you have it listed at 97,000?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just looking at what you put online here. And if you cannot get it sold on your own, would you consider working with realtors?
No, I'm like just seeing if I can sell it. If not, I'll just fix it and rent it.
If you don't sell it, you'll just fix it up and put renters in it? Okay. Well, good luck on getting it sold, okay, Christina?
Okay, no problem.
No problem. Have a good day. So guys, I was trying to exit that conversation as quickly as possible. It's a mobile home. It's in bad shape, and she only has it listed for $97,000. That doesn't necessarily fit into our box, so we put that into a long-term nurture and move on to the next. Okay, here's a $15,000. No, we're not even going to call this one $15,000 lot. So it's just a piece of dirt. Okay, here we go. $230,000 for sale by owner. Okay, on to the next. We're getting all these low price point for sale by owners. Unfortunately, systems like this, we cannot filter out for sale by owners price points because they don't go through the MLS. So when they pop up in my dialer, I just move on to the next and delete it. If it's less than 50 grand, we're usually not even going to consider going after it. The amount of money that we spend in marketing and that type of thing for these listings, they need to be at least $100,000. Okay, so this is a $240,000 for sale by owner. It's been on the market about a week and a half.
Hello?
Hi, this is Jeremy with Frank Albert Realty.
Hello?
Yes, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
I was calling about the property that you're selling on Poinsettia.
Yes.
Is it still available or did you get it sold already?
No, it's still available.
Gotcha. Okay, well, I'll be straight to the point because I don't want to waste your time. It looks like you have it for sale by owner. Are you considering working with realtors if they bring you a buyer?
Yeah, probably.
Now, I'm trying to read what you put here. Okay, so it's a piece of land, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. And so I was going to ask you if it's occupied, but that'd make me look silly. So unless somebody has a tint on it. So if you can't get it sold on your own in a certain period of time, do you have a realtor that you'd use to list it, or what are your plans with that?
Haven't really thought about it. We've owned that property for a long time, and frankly, I don't really care that much whether I sell it or not. So I'll probably just leave it on for a while and see how it goes.
Makes total sense. Okay. Well, if we have a buyer, we'll let you know. Other than that, I don't want to take too much of your time.
Okay. No, I appreciate the call.
Your first name?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you for a minute.
What was your first name?
Greg.
Grant. Okay. I'm Jeremy. I work with Frank Albert Realty. Greg?
Yes.
Okay. Have a good day, Greg. For some reason, we didn't have the best connection there. But here's the thing. There's not a lot of motivation. It's only a piece of land, so it wouldn't make too much sense to really pursue that. So let's move on to the next. In California, though, land, you can, as a realtor, charge up to 10%. So it's a little more advantageous. Florida's a little bit different. Whoever I share a wall with right up next to me, she Just making some decent calls. I've been listening to her today. I think she does some advertising or something like that. The local TV channel. I've been listening to her pitch. She has it on point. It's nice to be able to share a wall with somebody that is a go-getter as well, that's on the grind. Okay, here we go, guys. Hi, Amanda.
Yes, this is her.
This is Jeremy with Frank Albert Realty calling about your property you're selling on Emerson.
Okay.
Is that still available, or did you guys already accept an offer?
It's still available. Just to find out, are you calling because you have a client that's interested in it? Because I am a licensed realtor. This is just a for sale by owner for me personally, so I wouldn't be looking to list it with anyone.
Well, I wouldn't dare try to bore you with that. If you did it for sale by owner, you're probably not going to list it, even if you weren't a realtor. So I was really calling to see if you're working with other.
You'd be surprised. I've literally had 200 calls from realtors in the past week. It's been crazy. I kind of feel for sale by owners after all the calls I've gotten.
200?
Shoes on the other foot, so I kind of understand what people go through now trying to do it themselves.
Yep. So 200 though, really?
It's not listed for 200. It's listed for 189.
No, I was saying you've gotten 200 calls already.
Oh no, maybe a little bit dramatic on that, but it's been a lot. It's literally my phone has been blowing up. It's been quite a bit.
Well, I get it. As a realtor, you don't call for sale by owners or expired listings to try to get listings?
You know what? I don't really. I've never really gotten to that point in my business where I needed the extra business or had time to get it, which I guess is a good thing. And I don't have a team or anybody working underneath me, so. But I'm sure a lot of people do, and I'm sure it does get a lot of business for them. But just being the shoe on the other foot, it's interesting to see the other side. Right.
Well, I'll get to the point. You're not going to list it, but would you work with us if we brought a buyer?
Oh, absolutely, definitely. And I probably will list it if I don't get it pending or sold prior to. The only reason I'm not. Probably the only reason I haven't sold it so far is I'm not really letting people get inside it. There's been several agents that have clients and investors that want to get inside it, and I have had a couple lowball inside of me. But due to COVID, I'm trying to be very careful and respectful of my tenants that have been really good tenants but are vacating the property during the pandemic. So I don't want to rock that boat. So they'll be out as of the 23rd.
Okay.
So after that is when I'll be able to get buyers in. But I would. If I had an offer and someone wanted to get in and it's something real and serious, I would then be willing to go and, press the tenants and say, hey, is it okay if I do a showing? But if it wasn't someone that was serious, then I wouldn't want to do a showing until after they were gone.
I'm curious, are your tenants leaving because you're selling, or they're just leaving because they're ready to move?
No, they're leaving because I gave them notice, and they found another place, and they're going to be moving out on the 23rd. Gotcha.
Well, like I said initially, I don't want to waste too much of your time, but are you the 24-hour realtor?
That's not my logo. My father's a 24-hour realtor.
Your Facebook page.
I know, I have that slogan, but yeah, it's from my dad. That's his slogan. I don't have an email that's the 24-hour realtor. That's his email.
Gotcha. Well, as we were talking, I just pulled up your Facebook page to see who I was talking to. Again, I'm Jeremy. I work with Frank Albert Realty, and I'll let the team know what you told me. And if we have a buyer, we'll let you know.
Yeah, definitely willing to give a buyer's commission even before we're on MLS. And then, of course, once we're on MLS, it's fair game for everyone. But it will be taken as of the 23rd. I'm going to be doing a few things here and there. So I would imagine if I'm going to put it on MLS, it'll probably be at least a week after that. But once the 23rd comes, if anyone wants to get in, I'll probably put a combo locks on it so people can come and go as they want.
Perfect. I'll make sure that I put that in the notes.
Okay.
And I just sent you a message on your Facebook page so you know who you were talking to. Have a good day.
Awesome, thanks.
Bye. You gotta love technology these days. So we put that in there as buyer only, and then if we have a buyer, we'd let her know. If not, we just move on to the next. Pretty simple. All right. Only 30,000, not our deal. Now me and Amanda, the lady I was just talking to, now we're messaging on Facebook.
Hello?
Hi, Judy?
Yes.
Hi, this is Jeremy over at Frank Albert Realty about the property on Warrington you're selling. And I know you're getting bombarded by 20, 30, 100 different calls from realtors trying to get you to list since you put it online.
I have it on Zillow.
Right. Well, I was calling to see if you were working with buyer specialist, if they brought you a qualified buyer for the property.
I have one person that's got somebody supposed to be coming towards the end of the week. I've got another person that tells me they have some people, but I haven't heard anything from.
Gotcha. Okay. So nothing.
I did no big rush.
No big rush.
No, I don't have to move. It's that my father is 83, and I'm moving over to take care of him.
Oh, okay. Okay. Where's he at?
He's only 20 minutes away. He lives in Braden.
Okay. So once you sell this, you're moving to be closer with your father.
Yeah, we're moving in together. I'm moving over there to take care of him. My mother passed away quite a while ago. It's just us.
I see. Okay. So even though you don't have to sell right away, it'd be nice to, so you could be closer to your father.
Right.
Okay.
And it seems like right now is a good time for the market in this area.
Well, you got that right. It's definitely a seller's market, and the inventory is so low, it makes that good for you.
Right.
No, like I said, I work with Frank Albert Realty, and I was calling to see if you would be open to meeting one of our team members to see what they would do to make sure they get it sold for you quickly and for the most that the market would allow for.
Well, right now I'm not going with any realtor.
Okay.
I have had a lot of contacts.
I'm sure you have.
So I've only had it on for a week and 2 days.
Since the 31st, right?
All I've had in the sale. So I really don't want to go with a realtor yet. That's not saying that I won't. What I would suggest is send me something either in the mail or an email. So when I do decide, I've got your information to contact you.
And that's all I'm asking for. I wouldn't expect you to make any decision right now because I just called you out of the blue. Now, I'll just straight to the point. What I'd like to do is send you that email, and in that email, it will show you some of the stuff that we do for our sellers. Just so you know, our sister company is called Sublime Staging, because what we do for every property, if needed, is we'll come in and stage the property to make sure that it sells quickly for top dollar. Does that make sense?
Well, that's my plan, is to sell it for top dollar. I don't know about the quickly part.
Well, we guarantee and when you meet with one of our specialists, we'll show you how we do this, but we don't take listings unless we know we can get it sold in 90 days. Otherwise, we have a 90-day guarantee that we actually take $1,000 off of any closing cost if we can't get it closed in 90 days. So that's just some of the stuff that we do at Frank Albert Realty.
Oh, okay.
Should I send you
Okay.
an?
Are you based just in Florida, or are you all over the United States? What is your spread?
No, yeah, we're in Tampa, St. Pete. Of course, if you needed somebody like a referral to another area, we have contacts everywhere. But yeah, we're right here on Florida. in Tampa, North Florida, and we work all over Tampa, St. Pete area, and that's why I'm calling you, because we help a lot of for sale by owners, sellers like you guys get the property sold without you having to deal with the hassle of people calling and showing the property. We handle all of that for you.
Well, I'm still living in the property.
Okay.
So it can't be shown without me.
Well, you're absolutely right. You would have to be there. However, what I mean mostly is like phone calls like this and setting up, walking buyers through and things like that. You wouldn't have to deal with that. We will do things that make the property sell quickly with our marketing. And I'm not the realtor. I'm just one of the assistants here. And what I would do is just set up a meeting with you and one of our specialists so you can understand what we'll do exactly step by step to get it sold.
Well, send me an email.
Okay.
And like I said, when I'm ready to go with a realtor, talk to a realtor, I will give you an opportunity.
All I'm asking for, what's the best email?
Judy M. Reed 1858 @gmail.com.
Okay, your first name, your middle initial, your last name, 1858 or 1958? 58 @gmail.com. I got it right, I believe. Judy M as in Mary, Reed 1858 @gmail, right?
Right.
Okay, so
now where did you find me at?
Oh, good question. So we have a team of assistants that looks for places online that people put their property for sale by owner, and then they cross-reference that information with tax and title records, and that's how I got your contact. And like I said before, my department specializes in helping for sale by owners, so that's all that that's all we do is call folks like yourself that are selling it on their own and to show them a way to get it done using us without affecting the amounts that you need, your bottom line, the amount that you need to make. And it looks like you're asking $204,900 for the property.
Right.
What's the bare minimum that you would accept?
I don't know, because if I have to pay a realtor, that takes a big chunk out of it.
Well, what I was going to follow up with on that is there's things when you finally decide to meet with one of our specialists, they're going to show you how we would be able to get it done without affecting the bottom line that you need to make, meaning that we would put our commission on top. So that way you make whatever it is that you need to make. And what we do is we always put you, the seller, first. And of course, we're going to, we'll get paid out of the deal. But for us, it's relationships over transactions. So we're going to do what we can to help you sell that property and get to your father. And from there, by default, of course, we get paid for what we do, but we need to make sure that you make what you need to make out of the deal, because this is your deal at the end of the day.
Okay. Well, like I said, when I get ready to talk to a realtor, I'll give you a contact call and then we can set something up.
Would it be okay to also send you a text message on this phone?
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. No, on this one you cannot. This is my home phone. It has an answering machine, though. You can leave a message on the answering machine.
I have another number, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. Is it the 626-3057? Is that your other number?
No, that was my original home number, but I got rid of that.
Okay. Well, hey, I have
The only reason I got this phone number now is because I was having trouble with my cell phone with my father. So I made him put a home phone in, and I did. And nobody has this number except for the posting on real estate and my dad. Okay,
gotcha. So then it's either somebody calling about the property or your father.
That's right. Okay. Anybody else is a junk phone.
I'm curious.
Okay, well, I'll be looking for your email then.
So when you get that email, in the subject line, it will say, Judy, we just spoke. It's Jeremy with Frank Albert Realty. It will say that on the top. And then in that email, There will be all of our information as well as our company's resume. You can look at our website. You can just really get an idea of who we are. And then when you're ready, just let me know, email or phone call, and I'll set up a time for one of our specialists to come by and meet with you.
Okay, great. That'll work out fine.
In your mind, Judy,
Okay.
how long do you plan to do it on your own before talking to a realtor?
Probably about a month.
Okay. Fair enough.
If I don't see the activity I want in a month, then I'll probably start moving because I don't want to be away from my dad too long.
I totally understand. When I send you that email, take a look at the site because it will show you some things that we'll do. Like I was talking about the staging and things like that may help you decide to talk to us a little bit sooner. But could you do me a favor when you get that email, just reply so I know you got it?
Okay, will do.
Have a good night, Judy.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, so what we're going to do with that one is we're going to go ahead and put it on calendar for a follow-up in a couple of weeks. We'll go ahead and send her that email and make sure that Frank knows about that one. And because the reason why I let Frank know, even though it's not an appointment, is we're going to send her a postcard, a thank you note, that type of thing for just having a conversation with me. And that's all part of the nurturing to be able to, show her that we're here to help. And then, here's the thing, because if we have a buyer, we'll let her know. But if she can't get it sold on her own in 2 weeks or a month, then, we'll set up a time to go by and talk to her and, help her get that property sold so she can get closer to her dad, who is ill, unfortunately. And so that's the main goal, is to be able to help her get it sold so she can be closer to her dad. And that's not really that's all part of the nurturing process. And with these for sale by owners, that's really the route you need to take, because it would make no sense to push her to do something now when she's clearly not ready to, right? Okay. Just give me a few minutes while I set this call back up in here, and then we'll just move to the next call. It's 4:15 now, so we're dialed for about another 15 minutes, half an hour or so before calling it a wrap in the East Coast. And then in about an hour or so after that, I'll switch over to the West Coast campaign and make some calls there. Okay. Hot prospect. What I'm going to do here on the Facebook and on YouTube is I'll go ahead and stop this live on a good note. So if you guys have any questions, comments, or you're interested in the service, shoot me a DM. There's also a link there to my calendar. You can hop on my calendar. I'm also going to be offering training and consulting for your team, for yourself. If you don't want to hire a service like mine, I can train you and consult you to how to set a prospecting platform like this up and coach you along the way to get you to a certain level to where you're closing or you're listing a property every single week. Because my clients, those are the numbers that they're seeing right now. They're getting 3 or more qualified appointments every week. And out of that, they're listing at least 1 property a week. So do the math, that's 4 a month. That could be a game changer for most real estate professionals. Just on a $300,000 property, that's a $9,000 commission times 4. You're talking 36 grand gross commission on a monthly basis. So thank you again for tuning in. You guys have my link there to my calendar. Send me a message or hop on my calendar if you have any questions. Have a good day, guys.